a protective cover for the hatch on the Tranquility node that will be left exposed after cupola is relocated. He's been working to get that installed after some problems that crew ran into yesterday with some structural interferences. And as you heard, he was able to get that installed this time. Had to vary from the procedure that the ground came up with a little bit, but believes that everything should be ready for the transfer of the cupola later in the mission. Williams here giving the team on the ground a closer look at the work that he's been doing today so they can inspect everything from here in Houston and make sure everything looks good to go. You're seeing the feed of Bob Bankin come into view here as George Zamka and TJ Creamer pull him out of the equipment lock of the Quest, along with all the tools that he and Nicholas Patrick took outside during their work today.
Houston Endeavor, just heads up that the entire crew is going to be over at the station for a while.
Copy, Steve. Thanks for letting us know.
You bet.
Zamka here removing Bankin's SAFER, which is the simplified aid for EVA rescue, EVA being an acronym for extravehicular activity, or another word for spacewalk. And that would be used as basically a jetpack in the event that the crew came untethered from the International Space Station and needed to get back to it. That's never happened, but they have that back up there just in case.
We're done for now.
Now looking back into the Tranquility node. Mission Specialist Kay Hire getting a few photos of her Commander George Zamka. Or correction, not Zamka, that's actually Mission Specialist Nicholas Patrick. As he enjoys the open space in Tranquility since it doesn't have many of its racks installed yet. Although there's quite a bit of open space in Tranquility at the moment, it should be soon filled up now that an extra day has been added to the STS-130 mission for the crew to give the station crew some help getting the environmental life support equipment added into Tranquility's open rack space. Tranquility has space for a total of 8 of the racks of equipment that the station uses to organize hardware into.
This is what happens when you turn a rotating machine on in space. It spins around a little bit. We're just getting suited up here for EVA number 2, where we have to deal with the ammonia lines and the MLI that goes around them. There's Bob, EV1, ready to go, and George Zamka in the middle, our mission commander, who's in charge of the suit up today, with TJ Creamer on the left of the screen, the ISIS flight engineer. We had a great EVA today, and you can't see our smiles yet, but when we came back in, we were really smiling broadly and very happy. So here's a view from the Russian docking compartment 1, and I'll let Bob and Nick talk about the EVA. You can see the shuttle, the station, and there's the spacewalkers.
you can see me working on a piece of MLI that Nick and I spent a couple hours today trying to wrap around some ammonia lines that eventually provided cooling to Node 3. Last night when we went by Node 3, it was very warm and almost unpleasant to be in because it was so warm. But today, after completing the installation of these lines and the associated MLI, the module is cool and the lights are on and its activation is going right on schedule.
We had some excitement today because some ammonia came out of one of the QD caps on the lab and sprayed on my faceplate. Bob came over and gave me an inspection and we decided to press ahead with the EVA. I think the guys only let us back onto station after being ammonia contaminated because we'd done them some good by turning on power to Node 3. And here's the view. This was lunchtime back in the Russian compartment, the service module. That's Jeff, Williams, and Roman there taking pictures of the Earth. And there's Oleg and TJ in the back of the service module, the very aft end of the space station, having their lunch. Another nice view of the Earth passing over, I think it was Central Asia. There's some mountains there. If I was right, it was near Iran. A lot of snow. It's been, I think, a very snowy and cold year this year on Earth. Everywhere we go, there seems to be snow.